Greetings lore seekers, and welcome to another episode of the Lost Archives, a Star Wars Legends lore series. So today I'm going to be talking about the Force Pike. So what exactly is a Force Pike? Well, in terms of weapons and shape, it appears to be a polearm, about 1 metre in length, and it weighs about 2 to 7 kilograms. It has various other names, which would include the Energy Pike, Stun Pike, or Stun Pole. Now the reason for this is it has a vibro-tipped head with a stun module attached onto it that at a standard charge could knock out a fully grown Wookiee with the slightest of touch. It will do this by concentrating a pulse into your nervous system from the slightest touch. At various other settings, it could stun, maim, or even kill its opponents. The idea is it is essentially using the stun setting of a blaster but in a more melee combat role. Now its original intention was to be used as both a parrying and a stabbing weapon, similar to how rapiers work in the modern day, which meant all you'd need to do in combat is just gently brush your opponent to be able to deliver massive damage. Depending on how much damage depended very much on the setting that the weapon was set to. At its lowest power settings, it would cause electric shocks and excruciating pain, which essentially made it a torture weapon in some Imperial torturers' arsenals. Whereas at higher settings it could cause permanent paralysis and even death, though still it had a more maximum setting that once it was set to it could slice through anything from flesh, bone and even thin durasteel plating. Durasteel plating is what you'll find in most armours. The only exception to this would be Mandalorian armour, which is made of Mandalorian iron. Now, there were many rebel soldiers who had lost limbs to Force Pikes, especially in the cases of stormtroopers who had been equipped with these instead of blaster rifle. This was mostly on the early onset of the Galactic Civil War, as they were trying to dissuade people from taking up arms against the Empire. This is generally when the general population and many people who would eventually join the Alliance believed that the Empire was still a good thing. And these weapons made perfect use of crowd control situations, such as boarding actions, as well as getting through airlocks or bulkheads in order to take people down quickly, then put them into Imperial detention centres where there wouldn't be a problem. Though the weapon itself would see heavy use by Emperor Palpatine's royal guards. They carried these as their main ceremonial weapon, being fully trained in its use, able to deal vast and deadly strikes with it before you'd even realise. Though it wasn't their primary weapon. Their primary weapon was a blaster rifle that was hidden beneath their robes. Serial variants of this weapon did exist, including a lightsaber variant, which was just simply known as a lightsaber pike. While we're on that note, despite this weapon being called a Force Pike, it is not to be confused with the energy field that surrounds all living things. This has been another addition to my weapons, armour and items series. If you'd like to check out my sources, feel free to look in the description below. You'll also find the names of the tracks and the artists of the music I use in the video. And I will catch you all on another episode of the Lost Archives. Have a good day guys, and take care.